There's always been a little bit of a debate on whether you should skip breakfast or skip dinner when you're doing intermittent fasting. You know, people ask me this question all the time. So a couple of years ago, I really dived deep into the research. I went over all the latest studies, and my takeaway was that it really didn't make a difference. You can do just as well with intermittent fasting, whether you skip breakfast or skip dinner. So my recommendation for people was that just do whatever fits better into your lifestyle. Like, for example, my wife and I have been experimenting with intermittent fasting for over 12 years. But we always want to eat dinner together as a family, like me, my wife, and my kids. It was really important to us. So we typically would always skip breakfast. Plus, for me, with my lifestyle, it made so much sense. First of all, I'm not really hungry in the morning. You know, I own a gym, I'm a fitness trainer. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, have a cup of black coffee, drink a little bit of water. I'm right out the door training my first client at like 6:15 in the morning. So that's what really worked for me. But actually, a new study just came out at the end of July that made me rethink this whole strategy. This study talked about the importance of taking in protein early in the day, for example, during breakfast, to maintain muscle mass, to increase protein synthesis, and increase muscle hypertrophy, increasing and volumizing the size of your muscles. And that's something that's really important to me. And let me talk about this study. So what this study did is they took a couple of groups of people. One group actually took in protein early in the day, like kind of with their normal circadian rhythm, your internal clock of waking up in the morning and eating something. And they compared that group to another group who took in their protein later in the day for dinner. And after 11 weeks, the group that took in protein earlier in the day, like during breakfast, had better protein synthesis, maintained muscle mass better, and actually also had better muscle hypertrophy. So it made me think, so if one of your main goals for, say, intermittent fasting and just eating healthy in general is to maintain muscle mass or maybe increase muscle mass, you might be better off eating breakfast and taking in protein earlier in the day. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 30-day experiment. So instead of myself, say, skipping breakfast, see, what I typically do, I change my intermittent fasting strategies from day to day. I'll do a 16-hour fast one day. I may do an 18-hour fast the next day. Then I might do like an OMAD day where I only eat one meal. But I always, like 90% of the time, I always skip breakfast. Even if I'm doing OMAD, I don't eat all day. Maybe I give myself a 2-hour eating window during dinner. Or if I'm doing an 18-hour fast, I fast in the morning, maybe just drink black coffee, break my fast around 2 or 3 o'clock. But after Labor Day weekend, for 30 days, I'm going to experiment with eating breakfast. And I'm going to, obviously, I always prioritize protein in my diet in general, because I'm really concerned about maintaining and increasing muscle mass. So I'm going to wake up in the morning. Instead of just having black coffee, I'll probably have 2 or 3 hard-boiled eggs, maybe a little bit of smoked salmon, a little avocado, some berries, my typical healthy, whole, natural food type diet. So I'm going to have breakfast, I'm going to have a late lunch, and then I'm going to skip dinner and do my normal maybe 16, 18, or say 20-hour type fasting for 30 days. And I'm going to see how I feel. I'm going to see if I feel like my protein, that increase of protein in the morning, maybe increase my muscle mass, maybe help me with a little muscle hypertrophy. You know, we'll see how it goes. I think socially and just like mentally, it's going to be a little bit more challenging for me because I'm used to eating in the evening. I'm used to eating with my wife, and I'm going to see if my wife will do it along with me. And if you want to do it with me, leave a comment below this video and we'll go through it together. Now, if you want to learn more about intermittent fasting, check out this video.